my G-Shock, I'm rocking 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 my G-Shock.
What's up, YouTube? Got a special request from one of the viewers requesting on how to set up this watch. This is a GA140 Neo Tokyo Series Casio G-Shock watch. Now, although this is a special edition, limited edition, collaboration, whatever you want to call it, this applies to all GA140s. So this is for that viewer that requested this instructional video. I'll go as thorough as possible on how to set this up. Now, most G-Shock watches, and this tutorial applies to mostly a large percentage of G-Shock watches. They have a very similar system on how to set these up. You have the adjust button, you have the mode button, you have the reverse, and you have the forward, all right? You first have to make sure you're in home time in order to get started. So in order to do that, a good indication that you're in home time is when the time, the date, the day of the week, and the date is displayed on the main window. Once you go and change the mode, you'll see that changes. Now you're in stopwatch, and that date of the window has changed. Now you are in timer, world time, and alarm. Okay, now you're back to home time. There you go. Yeah, the day of the week and the date of the time, or the day of the month. Okay, so to enter the calibration or to set up your watch, you push and hold the adjust button. Okay, so push and hold it. You get that beep, release it, and now you are in setup mode. You could reverse and forward the different functions by pushing those two buttons on the right. You see that the indicator blinking for the country. Push the forward button to change it. There you go. Now you're switching between different time zones. I'm gonna go with Chicago for my case. Chicago, all right? Now if you pass it up by accident, you could go reverse by pushing this button, and there you go. Now you're back in Chicago. All right, once you're satisfied with that option, push the button button to switch over to the next. Daylight savings time, do you want it off or on? On or off? I'm gonna put mine on. Push the mode button again. Do you want a 12-hour format or 24-hour format? I'm gonna go with 24-hour format for military time. Push the mode button once again. Now you have the seconds indicator. Now that's not crucial in setting up this watch. You can, if you want to match it with something else, you could reset it. So it's currently on 27, 28, 29. We'll push back, push it, and it goes to 0. All right. So if you want to match it with another watch for whatever reason, you could use that. Not important, not crucial, or necessary for the setting up of the watch. Now push mode button once again, and now you are on the, I believe 14 is the hour marker. So switch that, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yep, that's the hour. I'm in 24-hour format, remember? So let's assume it's 1 p.m. Let's go with 2 p.m. It's 2 p.m. Now let's push the mode button for the, there you go. Let's say it's 2 o'clock exactly. Push and hold for it to go faster, like so. Oops, I passed it up, just for example. Push the reverse button, go back to 0. And now we have it. It's 2 o'clock, 1400 hours. Push mode. Year on the bottom there, 2019. Push mode. October 25th, 10 for October. Mode, the 25th day of the month. Light button 1, do you want to change that? 1 or 3? 1 is shorter, 3 is a longer light. So let's test that. We'll leave it at 1. Push mode button again. Now you're back to Chicago. All right, now to exit, just push the mode button. I'm sorry, the adjust button to exit setup. Now the hour hands will swing around and show you the time that you've set up, which was 1400 hours. It might be 1401, 1402 now. So it should stop at 202 or 203. There you go. It stopped. Now it's accurate. Now to change between the date window and the time window, push this forward button. You'll see that it currently displays the date, the month, and the day of the week or the month. Push that forward button. Now it shows you the time, 1400 or 1403. Or it's 203. Now let's say that the digital hands and the digital time and the analog hands don't match. Now to correct that problem, you just push and hold the forward button. You'll enter hand set. Push and hold the forward button to get the beep. Now you have the handset indicator on the bottom there, which means that you could set up the hands on the watch. Now, first one is this, but the window there. Push the mode button. Now the analog hands will switch and move around. You have to wait until they stop, because when they stop is what indicates if they've been set up or not. All right, so the key point here is to make sure that the hands are all pointing to the 12 o'clock position. Right? Let's say that they weren't. Let's say that they were misaligned like that. In this case, it's showing 11:45. Now, don't take that as a time. Don't think that you're setting up the actual analog time on there. You're actually just correcting or adjusting the analog hands. What you want to do is keep the hands pointed to the 12 o'clock position, which is considered the 0 marker. So push that, stop it, go back by reverse. Now that's about accurate there. There we go. Now your analog, both hour and minute hand, are pointing to the 12 o'clock position. You can now exit your handset mode by pushing the mode button. Or sorry, the adjust button, excuse me. Press the adjust button and your hands will now swing over to the correct analog hour. Once again, it's showing 10 October 25th. Push the forward button, switch over to your digital time, 206, and you'll see that the analog hands are now matching the digital time. Okay, now you'll have this window here on the bottom left. Those are just indicator windows. Okay, you could set up, you see that on the bottom there. Let me zoom in. On the bottom, you have signal, a snooze, alarm, signal, and light. All right, you notice that I have the light set on. All right, you could turn on all those indicators by setting up the corresponding snooze, alarm, signal, and light. So let's, for example, set the alarm, and you'll see that this bottom quadrant there, or the bottom window, will turn on. In order to set up the alarm, push the mode button to enter the appropriate mode. Timer, world time, alarm. Now you see that the indicator for signal is off. Push the button, the adjust button one time to change that to on and off accordingly. You'll see that the signal indicator on the bottom corner there would light on and off as you change this option. Put it on for signal. That means that every hour you'll get a chime on your watch and you're out of there. Now push the mode button again. Let's go back to alarm. Reverse and forward to change between the different options. Alarm 1, alarm 2, alarm 3, alarm 4, and back to snooze, signal. Now let's go to alarm 1. It's currently off. Notice that the alarm indicator is off. I'm going to turn it on by pushing the adjust button. On. Notice the window has turned on and off accordingly. Okay, I'm going to leave it off because I don't want my alarm going off. That's how you set your alarm. All right, hopefully that helps some people on how to set up your watch. Go back to your home time, and there, your watch is pretty much set. If you have any other questions, guys, please feel free to reach out, leave a comment, If this you ever need help with any of the G-Shock watches and need help setting it up or can't understand the instructions, once again, this is the 5612 module, which applies to all G-Shock watches with the same module, 5612. This is very similar with the GA110, GA120, GA100. So very standard design, very standard mechanism. Or so yeah, that's how you set that up. Hopefully they help you. You know who you are, who requested assistance, and I'll see you guys very soon. Till next time, this is Chicago. I'm out of here, guys. Holla at your boy. Peace.
I'm rocking my G-Shock, I'm rocking my superstar. I'm rocking my G-Shock, I'm rocking my superstar. I'm rocking my G